Project Zomboid is a simple game that asks a simple question. How will you die? And the game gives such a fascinating yet intriguing answer to this question. Essentially, you choose how you survive, and you have to make sure that your inevitable death will not come. Because at the end of the day, all it takes is one bite. For sure, this game is definitely not for the most faint of players, but in today's video, I'm going to be convincing you as to why you should play this game. First off, I think the number one thing I need to name about this game that is great is its customability. With it being a sandbox game, you're responsible for making your own fun. The devs give you buckets and shovels, but by large, you do what you want with it. If you want to play an easy version, you can do that. And if you want to play a hardcore version, you can do that too. There's something for everyone in this game, and that's what I can really appreciate about it. One of the things that comes with this customability is the playstyle, playability, and the fact that Zomboid will never change. With all the different playstyles, traits, and professions, you can get a ton of replayability. And in sandbox mode, you can change almost everything to suit your needs. The game becomes incredible. Add in mods, and the game becomes downright insane to play. The amount of mods available on the market, you can do whatever you possibly like in this game. This is one of the best games I've played. No matter how many times I've died, no matter how much frustration I got out of my death and having to start again, never was I bored to start again because none of my playthroughs were the same. The possibilities are just immense. The storyline and possibility of hope. Project Zomboid's storyline and ideas are so fascinating. If you choose to explore the storyline, you'll find that through radio advertisements, you're in a place called KNOX County. KNOX County, Kentucky, 1993 is where you start. You hear the government isn't helping you. You are essentially on your own. Just like real life, the town slowly becomes desolate, isolated, and awful. The power, water, and slowly everything gets shut off due to overgrowth and lack of maintenance. Somewhere in the face of all these deaths, there is hope, but there is also a lack of it. This is where you come into play. You play as one of the final survivors in Kentucky, trying to delay your inevitable death. With every death, you're reborn. You're reborn as a new person, a new human, and every time, you get better. You will learn how to survive and make every life count. This game comes down to one concept. There is only one rule, and the rule is that there are no rules. The gameplay is simply what you make it. The story is what you make it. Human beings have a primal need to survive, so you can't go wrong with a formula that puts the onus on the player to be responsible for themselves. The game's story is an incredible showcase of hopelessness, and yet this hopelessness, in a sense, is so fascinating to look at. It feels real, it feels raw, and this is where we get to our next point, realism. Project Zomboid's attention to detail is absolutely incredible. It's no ordinary survival game. From layering up and down due to the cold and heat, drying your clothes from wet with a towel or dryer, using soap to wash them by hand or machine, you can disinfect and stew rounds, you can also hotwire cars, smash and break through windows, get cut from glass, damage to your feet when running with no shoes. You'll always be on your toes and fully immersed with the realism from this game. There are incredibly depth systems in this game, from cooking, crafting, metalworking, first aid, and so much more. With amazing details like food degradation, injury, illness, exposure to cold and heat, mood debuffs, weapon durability, character remembrance, sound and light attraction of the zombies, this game can be a nice challenge on the open maps. Deep systems of mechanics, player development through skill points and experience, micromanagement to the extent that we're keeping our own little person alive, in the same ways we keep ourselves alive today. These skills that you have to use to make your own little person stay alive very much relate to the real world, and this is possibly the most realistic zombie simulator that you could get on the market. It's funny because in this game you can even play as a deaf character, meaning you don't get any audio. Regardless if you like the game or not, you can't deny that things just got real. As great and as awesome as I think the game is, I think the game lacks a couple things. One review reads, "The development of this game is slower than a shambling zombie. The truth is I used to love this game, but the lack of progress over the years and the condescending attitude of the forum moderators have ruined it for me." Other reviews read the exact same thing. So why do they say this? Another reason that people are waiting for this game on end is because it has been since 2011 since this game has been released, and still no significant progress on the feature of NPCs. Waiting years for a major update is absolutely ridiculous. I'm sure the devs are working hard and committed to the cause, but at the end of the day, the devs fail to deliver in a timely manner. Even the community sees the word NPCs as a bad word. It's clear that the devs need to get their act together, but what they have is a solid product that relies on the creativity of your own mind. Project Zomboid is a great game filled with endless possibilities. However, I would wait to buy it in conclusion.